Thank you for joining me today for Conversations with Gail in the auditorium and online. We are streaming live on RVH YouTube channel and we'll post the recording afterwards. There are wandering mics. I don't see them right now, but apparently, oh, there you are. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and Kimberly or Lisa will come over with the mic to you. And the mic's really so people online can hear you. We can hear you in the room, but online they just hear mumbling. And I can't remember to repeat your question. So it's for my sake that we use the mic. So I hope everybody's had a great chance to enjoy the outdoors and spend some time with friends and family or just unwind over the summer. I had a great summer because none of my kids came home from school. They stayed working where they are, so it was wonderful. I hope they don't watch this on YouTube. But Saturday is going to be the first day of fall, and to celebrate, Christine Pearson from our gift shop has kindly decorated our set, and all of these items are available for sale. Look how nice it looks. I like it. It looks much better than my house. Maybe we'll get Christine to decorate my house for me, and it would look nicer for Halloween, please. And it's certainly been a busy summer here at RVH, and I know you have a few questions about some major projects and what's been happening. So since I'm always in the hot seat, we thought it would be fun to put others on the hot seat. And to answer a few questions in the lightning round we're going to have for them. So if we're ready to go, our first contestant in the lightning round, who said she was going to make up today's question because she couldn't remember it, make up her answer for today's question, is Lee. With fall fast approaching, we know that flu, COVID, and RSV are on the rise. It makes sense to exercise extra caution at this time. Can you remind us of our current masking policy?
I've totally forgotten.
Yeah, I knew you would. Yeah.
I'm not sure. No. So to everybody's point, I mean, there's been a lot of questions about masking, and thanks to everybody for your patience. Last Tuesday, officially, we rolled out a change, and the change is that masking is required when you're interacting directly with any patients. So whether it's an outpatient or an inpatient, you're masking. As you enter a patient room, just to stop the confusion for the inpatients, as you're entering an inpatient room, you should be masking. This applies to visitors and Team RVH. And then there are 3 higher risk waiting rooms that we're asking people to mask in. So in emergency, in the cancer center, and in dialysis. So as patients or visitors are waiting in those spaces to protect each other, we're asking them to mask. So that would just, again, to clarify, in the emergency department, if you're just walking in the hallway, that's a transient interaction, so you don't need to be masking there. It's just when you're actually interacting with the patients or sitting in the waiting areas.
Perfect.
So, okay.
Thank you very much, Lee.
Did a good job making it
up. Yeah, you did a good job. So next lightning question is for Wendy. The days of our pandemic response unit in our volunteer parking lot are numbered. Can you share the plans to remove it with us?
I can. This has been a question that's been asked probably every day for the past, at least since March. So we have been planning to remove the pandemic response unit structure. It's a big sprung tensile tent structure, so it's specialized and it needs specialized contractors to take it down and maintain its warranty. So we've been working on the contracts, and a big part of our work has been to be very careful about removing as much as we can for repurposing it on units or in other areas, and also for planning on where it's heading next. So there's more to come on that. We've been working on an agreement that will safeguard it as a public asset. And all of this to say, the oxygen came down last Friday, so that was a flurry of activity, but we're looking at mid-October for the construction to start. And during that time, the lower Simcoe visitor volunteer lot will be closed. So it's short-term pain for long-term gain. We're gonna gain back a lot of parking spots. And we have to do that just to be safe and to be able to have the contractors do it as fast as possible so they're not tripping over moving fences back and forth and back and forth. And no one's going to get an overhead page that license plate blah, 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 blue needs to show up because a piece of the structure is fallen on their car. So anyways, all this to say, mid-October for about 6 weeks is when we're anticipating, and formal, as soon as everything's penned in ink, formal announcements will come.
Perfect. Thank you, Wendy. Okay. Next victim. Oh, you're not next victim. It's behind you. Stop being so eager. Tanya is our next victim. Our huge recruitment push is getting a lot of attention. Tell me how things are going.
Yeah, thanks, Gail. Hi, everybody. My name is Tanya Cripps, Director of Human Resources and People Experience, if you don't know me. But we have had a lot of effort on our recruitment efforts lately, with last Tuesday being a big push for us, where we had a career fair. And we had a lot of interest from our community, with over 200 people expressing interest. And we gave 83 hires that day. So a huge thank you. Yeah, an extreme accomplishment, a great collaboration through our leadership groups, a professional practice, and the people team. The majority of those offers were for nursing positions, which will help in our clinical areas. So thank you, everybody, for that. And we have 3 recruiters that have joined the organization as of yesterday as well, to help us with all of our recruitment efforts.
Good. Thank you so much. We don't have any other questions.
I've been waiting
Okay,
for
Heather,
this
since
day.
you've been dying to let everybody know, like, what's going on with the PET CT? Are you opening it, or what's happening? Like, what have you been doing all this time? It's taking up the lobby. Nobody knows. Like,
We
what's
like
going
the
on?
life-size images in the lobby right now.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So we're delighted, and we hope the date doesn't change. And I'm looking at Wendy with a wink. November 20th is
Woo.
our first day of APPS training, with our first patient to be scanned on November 21st.
Nice.
So this has been a long time coming, and I know no one wants me to sing again. All I want for Christmas is my PET
Yeah,
CT.
no, we don't want you
So
to do
yeah,
that.
we're super delighted. It will be a controlled ramp up. We are looking to scan 2 days a week, and within 3 months go to 3 days a week. Within the first year to 5 days a week. Looking at what's happened in Sudbury, for example, their ramp up happened very quickly. So we are going to be watching it with all eyes to make sure that we can ramp up as quickly as possible for our patients here. We met with the oncologist this morning just to talk about, because they are our largest client, using the PET imaging, that we will still have messaging with our corporate comms people, who are awesome, about some patients will continue to go to Toronto if they've had their first scan. Because of the quantitative data that's required for those, they will have to go back to that facility for their second scan. But we have all the triaging criteria set up, and we're super excited. Thank you.
Good. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for those quick answers, everybody. You can relax now. Your moment of stress is over. So we still have plenty of opportunities for Team RVH to ask questions. You can put up your hand anytime, or you can enter them online if you're online, and that's the fun of doing this live. Everybody gets to ask questions, and you never know what's going to be asked. So that's fun for me. And maybe fun for whatever members of the senior team decided to come today. So working in healthcare is an incredible, rewarding job, but it's also a difficult one. And we are incredibly lucky to have the support of an amazing RVH spiritual care team who offer comfort and a safe place for reflection for Team RVH, our patients and our families. So I'd like to invite Alaka Decker, our spiritual care clinician, to tell us more about the important work that they do. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
My moment of fear, or whatever you called it.
I've seen you studiously studying your notes since you got here.
I know. If I have half an hour, it's going to be easy, but 6 minutes, my goodness.
Well, I'm worried if you have to look at your notes for my first question, I do have a lot of concern, because my first question is, tell us a bit about yourself and what drew you to spiritual care.
Well, that can take a couple hours right there. That's why I have notes. I immigrated and settled here from the Netherlands a long time ago, but I still have that big fat accent. Studied landscape architecture and married and had 2 children, 2 adult children. I'm with you totally on that. They need to be a fair distance away. You know, too much in your space. I don't want to know what's going on in their lives all the time. I started an MDiv at seminary, which I thought at the time, what am I going to do with that? But came in very handy in my later journey. Then I ended up in Amsterdam in the red light district for about 7 years. Yes. I'm going to explain that.
I was pausing. I'm like, you can explain it, or?
We did volunteer work with an organization called Youth with a Mission. And one of my, the things that I did was would work with the sex workers on the street there. very broken populations, and I lost my heart. So when does my spiritual care journey start? Most likely back then, when I was privileged to listen to their story, and they allowed me into their lives and to sit with that pain, because there was just no easy solutions, and there were no solutions.
Right.
There was just that time to be with them. So that's where, if you ask me when did it start, that's probably where it started. Moved back to Toronto after 7 years of volunteering there, and worked at Young Street Mission with street-involved youth, 16 to 25. Same thing, lots of death, pain. I still continue to hear of youth that are dying that I knew back then. Then ended up at the city of Toronto in the shelter system. Now you're working with adults and you see the loss of hope, the revolving doors. And the being with and the walking alongside, because often all you can do is listen at those times. Then I worked in a rehab center for alcohol and drug rehabilitation. And then I started my CPE journey. And I came to RVH under Dwight's leadership, our fearless leader.
And you still decided to stay even after meeting Dwight?
I stayed for 3 units. They're about 400 hours each, and then you have to do 1,000 hours after that of clinical work. Clinical psychospiritual education is very intense, and it confronts you with who you are in that role, not just am I there for somebody else. You know, who am I in this? Because everything gets thrown at you and it's reflected, and you know that when you work with patients and people, they say something and there's things that get triggered in you. Sorry, I should touch my mic. I worked in the cancer center for a short time, and then a full-time job became available at RVH in the hospital itself, and here I am.
Yeah, that's so awesome. We're glad to have you here. I was worried
Thank
out of
you.
that red light district statement there. Okay, so what would be your definition of spiritual care, and tell us about who makes up the team here at RVH?
Okay, spiritual care. So hospital, we're all bio-psychosocial spiritual beings. For a long time, when you get into the hospital, the bio and the psycho is mostly looked at first. And then, of course, the social is very important. And then there is the spiritual. And that's becoming more part of the regular talk and the regular needs that we are becoming aware of in patients. A lot of overlap with social work sometimes, so you know there is that. When you enter a hospital, you know, you get put in one of those lovely gowns. Like one of my patients said the other day, I'm gonna go home. And you know, then I have to wear a dress. What is that contraption? My ass isn't hanging out. I offered to bring her a pair of scissors, but she didn't take them. You lose touch with who you are. And so when you sit with the patient and they're sitting there, they have their hair, their makeup, they look nothing like who they are when they're in real life. And so part of the job is to connect them with who they are when they're not here. And that can end up in any number of conversations. Connect people with what is meaningful, what is valuable, what is important in their lives. Connect people with something outside of themselves, something bigger. You know, when we get those diagnoses or a prognosis and we come to the end of ourselves and we've lost control of many aspects in our life, and then to be able to connect to something bigger than ourselves, whatever that is for the person. It's the sacred is, what do I hold sacred in me? And that is honestly so very different for each person we meet. And then we tap into what gives you strength and hope at this time. And again, it can be anything. Mm-hmm. You know, it's any number of conversations. And then we can sit and we can laugh and have fun with some patients. And then there is that intense moment of end of life, you know, when you're faced with the unknown. And so it's all of it.
Nice. Good. Thank you. Well, and you forgot to introduce your team now.
Oh, my team! Okay. Dwight, a fearless leader, and he's also the supervisor educator for our clinical psychospiritual educational program. Then there is Rob Henderson. Rob is currently working in the Cancer Center as a spiritual care clinician there part-time, and he's also taking a CPE unit. He's going to be a busy man.
Yes.
Then there is Catherine. Catherine is an amazing woman who held the fort during COVID all by herself and has been here for 5 years, spiritual care clinician in the hospital. Then there is Nicole at the end, and Nicole is brilliant. She's on loan from the military, doing her civilian duty here, and she's also the provisional educator in our clinical psychospiritual care education program.
And I see.
Oh, and then there is, yes, oh, our mascot, the otter. This is a very important animal, especially to Catherine.
Catherine said it was you.
She always says, it's in there. That's our team.
Thank you very much. So tell us about how can people access the services?
Okay, people can access the services and the services that we have available by a call, by a referral, and shall I go into the services right away too that we have?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we visit, support patients, family, and staff. We can do rites and rituals, or we can refer to spiritual leaders in the community, because obviously there are others that don't have the background to do that. And it's very important that the proper spiritual leaders perform these rituals and rites. We provide staff support, mediation, mostly done by Dwight at this time, one-on-one, group debriefing, workshops, crisis interventions, and then we do on-call. And on-call is done, and now I'm going to get to 2 groups that I forget to mention in our staff. On-call is done by volunteers. Susan, are you here in the crowd? No, she's not. One of our volunteers was here today. On-call is 24/7 spiritual care. When we leave at 4:30 and there is a crisis, you can call locating 0, and they will call the on-call spiritual care clinician provider to come in. And then we also have students that are here during our clinical, and they do work in the hospital. So we are supported by an incredible group of volunteers and by a number of students. And some hang around, Nicole, even afterwards, and come and do workshops for us.
Nice. Or we try to recruit them constantly, or keep them prisoner, whatever works. They do it. Well, that's wonderful. Does anybody have any questions for Alika? No. That was wonderful. Thank you. We're very honored to have you as a part of the team, and for the whole team altogether. Thank you very much for everything you do.
Thank you.
So just so everybody knows, Spiritual Care Week starts October 22nd, and you're going to check out some upcoming this week at RVH emails for more information. And thank you so much for joining me as my first guest today. Now you can relax and let it all go for the rest of the... Because my next victims are up. Our next guests are here to talk about an innovative new program at RVH centered around patient safety and quality of care. So please join me in welcoming Christine and Tyler to the stage to discuss the Good Catch program. Thank you. So for those of you who haven't met Christine, she's our Director of Risk Management and Patient Safety. And Tyler Pilon is the Manager of Patient Safety and Patient Experience. And I have to tell everybody, because I got to make fun of Jess here, I can't help myself. So they don't know that I already know you and live in French communities most of my life, so they put the acronym pronunciation of your name, and it's actually spelled Pilon.
Perfect. not pylon.
And Jess will never tell me anything ever again. I'm like, I worked with Tyler before, right? Okay. So I'm going to throw questions to you, and one of you are going to catch them and give me the answers. So RVH rolled out the Good Catch program earlier this year. What is the program, and what is the goal?
All right. So we, back at the beginning of the year, we did a bit of benchmarking with our incident management system and realized that the staff are doing a great job at identifying incidents before they catch the patient or before they actually reach the patient. And those are typically called near misses in our incident management system. And one of the great ways that other organizations have recognized their team members is by putting in a Good Catch program. And this Good Catch program highlights the importance of patient safety, but also promoting that patient safety culture throughout the organization by implementing or promoting those Good Catch moments throughout the care that's being provided. So we thought that that was a great opportunity to introduce it at RVH. And so far we've had about 45 incidents come through that we've identified as near misses. And we categorize a near miss Good Catch moment as the event's been identified, there's been action to correct the event, and then it's been provided as a good outcome to the patient, or it didn't reach that patient specifically. So there are near miss events that are put into the IMS system, but there's no outcome that's come from it or no actionable items that have come from it. So they're not considered in that Good Catch category.
Right.
But we've done a great job with the team so far of implementing this. Staff are given that Good Catch recognition directly from our patient safety consultants. And when they put those incidents in, a lot of staff don't know where those incidents go. They just kind of feel like they go into this abyss. But we do know that with our team looking at them on a daily basis, we can recognize the team for the good work that's being done.
Perfect, thank you. So maybe you can give us an example of a good catch, and maybe there's somebody you want to recognize about one today.
Yes, so we would like to share a good catch from one of our nursing staff in the pediatric program, and just to give an example to everyone here. So Emily, who's a nurse on pediatrics, noted a discrepancy between the ordered dose and dispensed dose of IVIG for her patient. So she reviewed the weight-based calculations and communicated with the blood bank and reached out to the MRP to have that dosing corrected before it reached the patient. She also noticed that there was an order for Tylenol that was ordered every 3 hours when it should have been every 4 hours, and also caught that and got the correct order for her patient, all before reaching the patient. So that's really what we see in the Good Catch, and we would like to recognize Emily. And we do this now on a monthly basis. Our team is going to select one staff member that submitted a Good Catch, and they will get a little catcher's mitt and glove that they are able to put onto their badge. So Emily unfortunately isn't able to join us today, but we do have Natalie, her manager here, who we'd like to call up and share this with.
Awesome, that's great.
We're going to do a picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on right here.
Maybe that's why Emily's not here. She knew there was a photo.
Thanks.
Thank you. That's awesome. I love that little pin.
Yes.
So really catching an incident before it causes harm to a patient is an extraordinary important part of providing safe, high-quality care at RVH. So let me know if there's a team that's been going above and beyond.
There is. So since we started the Good Catch program in May, the pharmacy team submitted the first 2 Good Catches, and in total has submitted 12 Good Catches, and they have been phenomenal in identifying incidents that may result in harm to the patient and implementing changes before it reaches the patient. So we'd like to welcome the pharmacy leadership team up here. And every quarter, we will be recognizing a team that submits the most, and they get the bragging rights and this trophy on their unit for their quarter. So bringing in some healthy competition.
Yes, nothing wrong with that.
Perfect.
Yes, please
for
do.
sure.
It's the team.
I love it.
Here, I'll let you hold this, sir.
You want to do one row in front, Joe? Or? Yeah. Here, Jacqueline.
We'll figure it out.
Awesome. That's amazing. So thank you to everyone who's been participating in the program. We all play an important role, of course, in identifying and tracking and learning from these incidents. And I think this is really about being a learning organization, that these are opportunities to improve patient care, and it allows us to make necessary improvements and it helps your coworkers and everything else as we move along. So does anybody have any questions about the Good Catch program online or anything else? No, now you're all thinking about how you can play so you can get a pin or a trophy. That's good. That's good. We like competition.
I do want to add too, we do have Canadian Patient Safety Week coming up. It's the week of October 23rd to the 27th. So our patient safety consultants will be continuing the safety huddles that they're doing already. There are going to be education boards on the Good Catch program that they will be doing a bit of a traveling cart with and down in the front lobby. So we'll really be doing some promotion for that as well.
Thank you very much to both you, Christine and Tyler. I look forward to hearing all about who gets the trophy and pins next.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So as you know, in June, we started announced the start of our work on the next strategic plan, Imagine the Possibilities. We launched a survey for Team RVH and the community. We held meetings with stakeholders across the region, set up booths at staff appreciation, and really, we really want to listen to what everybody has to say. We also asked you to dream big and bold with your vision for RVH, and we need you to continue to imagine the possibilities and provide feedback as we enter the second phase of engagement, making sure that we've captured everybody's outlook and give you a little bit more feedback. So I'd like to help share now. I'd like to invite Donna Danilek, Manager of Corporate Communications, up here. Is she hiding? What are you doing? Do you want music to come up, Donna? Oh my God. I need alcohol to drink for this. You've been waiting to do this. Oh my God. Wonka golden ticket. The font's so small I can't read it. yeah, it's not any better.
You have
I get to go. I've
the
won.
golden ticket.
I have won the golden ticket.
You are invited to Imagine Fest.
Oh, to Imagine
As
Fest.
you all are invited to Imagine
God,
Fest.
help us.
I've been coached.
You've been coached? Okay. I was supposed to say, what do you have there? But it was already handed to me. So
Let's do it
thank you.
again.
Yeah, no, let's not do it again. You just want to dance all the way down
All
again.
the way.
Yeah, you do. So I'm excited for September the 28th. I hear there are lots of surprises. I did see some stuff when I stopped by your office the other day. That
pretty
was
scary.
A lot. Yeah, it was pretty scary. There's going to be lots of surprises and treats in store for Team RVH, and there's going to be 5 lucky winners.
Yes.
Does this mean I'm one of the winners because I got
No,
this?
you can't win.
Whatever. Who cares then? You have to visit, and you may go home with a $100 gift pack.
Yes.
Oh,
We do things big.
We do bribery.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So we are not above bribery. So mark your calendars and visit Imagine Fest between 11 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. next Thursday in the garden patio. Does anybody have any questions for Donna?
Can I at
today?
least talk? Like
No?
I'm supposed.
You wasted all your time dancing down the aisle and on the front. If you wanted to talk, you should have been
3 more
here
minutes. You took more time. I can have some time, right?
What would you like to talk about, Donna?
I would like to talk about Imagine Fest.
Okay.
So it is very serious, but it's also going to be very fun. So this is Team RVH's last chance to have your voice heard in our strategic plan. So because CorpCom always does things fun, right? We have themed our strategic.
I have a beverage up here.
Our strategic engagement as Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Is there chocolate?
There is hot chocolate.
No, that's not regular chocolate.
Because you're so picky, we have to buy one of those soy bars, and they're
no,
$14
non-soy.
each.
I said non-soy. No soy or dairy. No
take
soy
back
or
the
dairy.
Soy. Take back the soy. Oh my gosh, so many allergies.
I don't know how hard it is to follow those instructions.
So we need you all to come between 11 and 8:30. It should take no more than 15 minutes or 20 minutes max. We have a bunch of stations, so if you know the original Willy Wonka, not the scary, creepy Johnny Depp Willy Wonka, we have stations set up, and we're asking for your input. And for your input, you will get an engagement session like no other. We actually have Willy Wonka coming. We have
I feel like this might be a pyramid scheme.
I know. And we have timeshares in Florida. We have Willy Wonka coming. We have hot chocolate. We have drinks. We have candy. We have Timbits. You will be so full by the time you're done.
Is it like regular chocolate though?
No,
Like,
would you want-
why?
No.
Like I don't
There
understand.
are chocolate bars.
Okay, thank you.
But she can't eat any
There
of them.
will be chocolate
There will be
bars.
chocolate, says Willie. But the most important part is we want you to have fun, but we want to hear your voice. It's really, really important that when we go forward with our vision of healthcare, that your voice is in that vision. So I'm asking you all to attend. You won't regret it. You'll have so much fun, and we'll get valuable information. So you are invited to imagine the possibilities along with us. Wasn't that worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're on commission, eh?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep my job, Gail. Just trying to keep my job.
So whoever wants Donna to keep her job, you should attend the Imagine Fest on September the 28th between 11 and 8:30, because if she doesn't get over a certain amount of people, she's out of here. But you're okay with that?
Yeah, fine. I've got
Does
plan
anybody
B.
have any questions for Donna today? Because she would like to talk a little more. So if you have a question.
I do have a question.
Oh, good. Did you make it up yourself? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Donna, if people want to participate in the survey in advance, would there be a QR code behind you that people could scan?
Would there be?
Yes, there will be a QR code. So, who has a phone? Let's see them. I know you all have a phone, so lift it up.
Yeah. You know you're on your phone right now.
We're on your phones. If you point it to the screen here
Not at
and
Donna.
download the QR code, you will be able to fill out our survey before you leave today.
But they can still
Like
come and get
now.
candy. They can still come and get candy. on
And
the
you can
20
still come and get candy.
Yeah.
It's different questions. This is our community survey, which is open for Team RVH as well. So please, we'll leave the QR code up, or we'll put it back up after we're done. And please try to fill out the survey by 1 o'clock today.
Okay. I thought they had till September 28th because we're not making your
No.
your
This is a
job
captive
decision until
audience.
then, yeah. Any other questions? No?
Jesse McLean,
Oh,
yes.
Jesse. Yeah. Yeah.
Good question. It's on the 3rd floor. You know where the gift shop is? 3rd floor, right next to the Respite, or the, what is it, Lee? Respiratory Fit Deployment Center. It's the next door between the 2 elevators. It's our old garden patio.
It's where all those dividers are up?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna look amazing.
Yeah?
It's currently the work restriction break space. They use temporarily.
But closed today.
Good, that's because I was worried it was going to be outside or something. It's cold.
Oh no,
outside, yeah.
Wonka Fest is all inside.
Is there a chocolate fountain?
You know?
Yes.
There is,
I don't
but
think
it's,
IPAC would let
it's
us have
fake.
one. Yeah.
We do. Okay, I'm just telling them a little bit.
Okay.
There's a lake of chocolate.
There's like a chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay. That's like a pitcher of chocolate, but not
Oh
really?
no, you have
Okay.
to come and see.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? We now know the location.
The QR code. Is,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm leaving now.
Be gone.
Can I have my ticket?
Yeah, I
back?
bent it,
Thank
though.
you.
Sorry.
All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you, Donna.
Round 2.
Okay, well, I have other stuff to say. So, in all seriousness, comms has worked really hard on this. If anything else, you should come out just to like see their hard work and also because we need your engagement. But I know they're trying really hard, and Donna will have a crying fit if nobody comes. But before we draw today's prize, I want to recognize 2 teams that work hard, often behind the scenes, to help with the town hall and our events. So can you please join me in giving a hand to Environmental Services and Patient Food Services? They help with this setup and the refreshments today, so thank you very much for that and for all you do around the health center. None of our teams could do it without you, so we appreciate that. So Donna's going to give me a hand with today's town hall. I'm just going to pull it out because I don't have my glasses on. So you can say who the winner is of the gift shop gift card. 0575003. Who won? Sarah?
Twice the
Woo!
winner.
Sarah gets a gift card. I don't know, that's right. Your team already got like a prize today, so.
Come on up.
Yeah, you gotta come and collect it. And while,
Yes, please.
Well, yes, Sarah, dance. Dance. There's
Put
no
the music on. Let's dance. We can have a dance party when it's all done. I trust
We're just
you.
not gonna give you any music. We
Come on
can't
up
do
and
it.
get your prize.
Aw, you don't get any music. Sorry, Sarah. Maybe if I could play it on the way back. So before we wrap up today, of course, I'd like to leave it open for anybody to ask any questions they have for myself or any member of the team. Any questions online? Are we going back to the place where we don't ask questions anymore? I gave you the summer off and everybody's like, I'm not asking anymore. Oh, okay, I see a hand up. You want your own pin? Is that why you're here?
Yes, please. Just a question with the PRU. Will we continue to have free parking at Georgian College when that comes down? Okay.
Yeah, even without the PRU there, we still don't have enough, parking. Yeah. I think we're trying to work on expanding our parking with Georgian College as well, so we're working on that. Any other questions? No? Wow, everybody wants time to go back and eat some lunch, I guess. So thank you all for joining today. And for the friends online, please submit your name to contests@rvh.on.ca for a chance to win a gift card online. And if you have any suggestions for future town halls, things you want to hear about, let corporate comms know. And thanks to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's great to see you all here. Thank you.